So in last class, what we were discussing? We were discussing about the non-parametric. Okay. So and we discussed that what is the difference between the parametric and non-parametric. Okay. And non-parametric means there will be no parameter. Then what are the types of non-parameter? What are the important things that we have discussed already? So today also we are going to discuss from the parametric. Okay. So parametric. So one important concept that is called the maximum likelihood estimation, or it is called as the MLE. Okay. So in MLE, what is the definition? Why the name is maximum likelihood estimation? So likelihood nothing but it is similar to the probability. Okay, it is likelihood that it is going to happen. Okay, so probability, that the probability estimation, the likelihood is nothing but the probability. So what is that maximum likelihood estimation? So in general, the distribution that we are following, so like you are having the binomial distribution, or you are having the Bonner distribution, or Poisson distribution, or normal distribution, whatever the distribution, all those distributions, whether it is a discrete case or continuous case, whatever may be, those distributions, they are having the parameters. Okay, the distributions, they are having the parameters. In some distribution you are having lambda, in some distribution you are having p. So different distribution, for different distribution, different parameters are there. You may have one parameter, you may have two parameter. We'll see those things. Okay, so for example, if you are not saying the distribution, for example, in a box you are having 3 red ball, 2 white ball, and 4 green ball. So when you are saying that x is the random variable, so of the red ball, so what is the red ball probability? That is nothing, 3/9. White ball probability is 2/9, and green ball probability is 4/9. So this is called the probability density. Sorry, for the continuous it is density, or it is discrete. We'll call this the probability distribution function. Okay, so the probability distribution function, it is given by f of x. X is the random variable. Okay, and theta is nothing but the parameter. What is the theta here? Theta is nothing but the parameter. Okay, so x is the random sample, theta is the parameter. So what we need to do, see, whenever last class I mentioned what is the meaning of sample, what is the meaning of whole population. Okay, so when whole population is given,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah, tell me.
Sorry to disturb you. MLE we have studied in statistical inference, sir.
Yeah,
So
it is
I
there
think you
in your
can
syllabus.
just. Yes, sir. We have already learned about MLE in another subject. So you can just brush up instead of getting into depth. That is what I meant.
No, it is there. It is there that MLE that you have to go through. You are having the distribution. So Bonner distribution, the MLE is there. It is
Yes,
already
sir.
there.
Yes. We have already studied about MLE in another subject. So we are
Yeah, but
familiar
it's
with
there,
it.
na? So I have to go through this thing. Okay, so if you know that, then you may you may do something else. But thing is that it is already there, na? So I have to cover. Okay, so I have to take that class. Okay, so I have to discuss that thing. It is not that you understood that all have understood. Okay, it is there in your syllabus. Thus, it is module number 3 is about the MLE only. So let me complete. Okay. So okay. So what I was telling, yeah. So what you need to do. So what I was telling, something I forgot. Okay. So when so each distribution is having the parameters we are having. Okay. See, you already studied the Bayes theorem. Okay. So if I'm asking what is the Bayes theorem, then you should respond. Okay. Then how will you know that because you guys are because this is the mathematics part. So what I'm thinking is that you may not be that much confident about the mathematics. So that is why I mentioned about the Bayes theorem. So already you studied the Bayes theorem, but I mentioned what is the Bayes theorem formula, how the naive Bayes theorem. So all things are you already studied. Okay. But thing is that it is there the machine learning image. I have to go through those things. Okay. So while for the distribution function, so each distribution function you are having the parameters. You are having the parameters. Okay. So the what we need to do. Yeah, so I was talking about the population. Yeah, now I remember. So when you're having the population, so at that time, you cannot do the whole analysis on the population because the size is that much huge. So instead of going to the population, what we can do, we can refer the sample. Okay, a small part of that population that is called as the sample. So in the sample, uh, yeah, so what, so instead of population, and what is thing is that we are having the parameters. Okay, so we have to take the parameter, okay, in such a way that your sample that is best representative, because I mentioned in the last class you can take the sample size big or sample size small. Okay, so you can take different sample size, but thing is that what sample size, okay, you're having the best representation about the population, that is the most important thing, and that you can define through the parameter value. Okay, so that is nothing but the MLE. So here is the sample. Okay, the sample is, for example, sample is nothing but the x1 x2 some xn in the sample is there, and the data they are nothing but the, we consider that those are the independent, the samples are there, the data they are nothing but the independent, and we need to find the, that parameter value. Okay, so that it is best representative about the sample. So the probability distribution function, it is given by f, and that is the probability distribution. You are having this the sample. Okay, and these are the parameters. Okay, and depending on the different distribution, you are having different parameters you are having. Now, okay, so here, that probability distribution function, the sample that is nothing but the x, it is given by x1, x2, some xn, the data point are there, and theta is the parameter. Now I mentioned that these are the mutual independent. Okay, you know that mutual independent means the probability function is nothing but it can be multiplied. Okay, when they are the independent, the probability of A intersection B is nothing but probability of A into probability of B. So here you can, what you can do, you can multiply those probabilities. Okay, and that is nothing but the joint probability density function. When you are having more than one variable, and that is nothing but the joint probability function, and you can multiply those probability I equal to 1 to n f of xi and theta. And here these are the marginal for x1. Marginal is nothing but a for particular value. Okay, so when x is fixed as x1, so what is that probability density function? So these are nothing but the marginal, and this product, this is nothing but the, this is the likelihood of x theta. X is nothing but the sample, theta is the parameter. Now we have to maximize this likelihood. Okay, for what value of theta? This is our target. For what value of theta? We have to maximize the likelihood. So that is the maximum likelihood here. So what is the definition? The formal definition is that the MLE attempts to find the parameter values that maximize the likelihood function. So that is the likelihood function. So L of theta, that likelihood function L of x theta. So that we have to maximize for what parameter value. Okay, that is what our target is. The resulting estimation is called as the maximum likelihood estimation. And how? Now this is the Bayes theorem, you know. Okay, so here the probability to find the parameter theta for the given sample. So this is the data is nothing but the observation or the samples. Okay, and for the what theta value, so that is nothing but probability of theta given the x, and you can, you know that we can use the Bayes theorem, and we know probability of A given B using the Bayes theorem is nothing but probability of B given A into probability of A divided by probability of B. Okay, using the Bayes theorem. So using the same concept, probability of theta given that x is nothing but probability of that x sample given theta into probability of theta divided by probability of. So this is using the base 10, we know those things. Now, and this one is nothing but, so here for what theta value, okay, for the given theta value, you need to find the probability of x, and that is the likelihood function. Okay, so here probability of x given theta, the likelihood of the sample is the function of the parameter theta, and it can be defined. But it can be defined, it is defined as the chance that the parameter theta would generate the observed value. Okay, so here for what value of theta, it would generate the sample and it will best represent the population. So the L of theta is nothing but probability of x given theta, and this is the likelihood function. Okay, likelihood of the parameter theta, and x is nothing but, let you are having sample, you are having x1, x2, some xn samples are there for the given theta, and theta is nothing but the parameter, and as they are independent, you can write probability of x1 given theta, x2 given theta, up to xn given theta. Okay, now you apply the log. Log means it will be very much simplified, and if you are applying the log, that is called the log likelihood function. What is that? If you are applying the log, that is nothing but the log likelihood function. So the log, if you're applying, so log of, the log property, log of a into b is nothing but log of a plus log of b. So if you're applying log on this multiplication, so this is nothing but the log property, log of a into b, log of a plus log of b. And this is, what is that? This is nothing but this probability function you can define as that f of x1 given theta. This is your probability of that f of x2 given theta, log of f of xn given theta. So this is called maximum likelihood estimation, log maximum likelihood estimation when you are applying the log, and here we are taking the capital L. Capital L, this represents the log likelihood function. Okay. Now we are having the two important distributions. One is the Bonner density function, how to find the parameter. Okay, so you have to find the parameter estimation of the Bonner density function. You know that the Bonner distribution function, you are having two things. What? So whenever you are having in any problem, you are having either success or failure, yes or no. Those type of problem, only the Bonner trials are there. Those experiments when you are having the only the success type and failure type, those are called the Bonner trial, and the density function is called the Bonner density function or the probability function. Okay, and here the probability function f of x, the given that this is the parameter p. Okay, so here the success probability is p, failure probability 1 minus p. You can see that what is the your definition? Definition is that p of p to the power x and 1 minus p whole to the power 1 minus x. So x can be either 1 or 0 type. So here the parameter theta is nothing but the p is the parameter theta. So now when x equal to 1, so x equal to 1 means you will get the value p. Here the value p. How you will get? You see, when if you are replacing the x value 1, so this is nothing but p to the power 1, 1 minus p to the power 1 minus 1, that is nothing but the p. Similarly, when you are substituting x equal to 0, this is your p to the power 0, 1 minus p to the power 1 minus 0, that is nothing 1 minus p. Okay, so this is the same thing. The probability of success is p, probability of failure. So x equal to 0 means it is a failure, and x equal to 1 means it is the success case. It is represented. Okay. Now, how to estimate the parameter p using the Bonner density function using the MLE function? How to estimate the parameter p? You know that for the Bonner function, for the Bonner trial, the probability density function, it is given by p of x into 1 minus p to the power 1 minus x. Now, what is the log likelihood function? The log likelihood function, that is nothing but the capital L of theta. You can refer the previous slide. So this is nothing but log of f, x1 given theta, log of, so this is the only you have applied the log, nothing else. Okay, log of f of x2 given theta up to log of fn, f of xn given theta. Now, here theta is nothing but the p, the parameter. What is the parameter? Parameter is nothing but p only. So in place of theta, you can write this is the parameter. In this function, you are having the parameter is nothing but the p. So this is nothing but, so now you replace f of x in place of f of x given p. So you can replace the value. So what is the value? So this is nothing but f of x1 given theta. Is x1 means in place of x you have to take x1. In place of x you have to take x1. So log of, so log is there. So you just write log. And what is f? F is nothing but this function. So p of x 1 minus p to the power 1 minus x1, p of x1. Okay, we are talking about x1. So p of x1 1 minus p whole to the power 1 minus x1. Similarly here log is there. Okay, and here this one you can write as p to the power x2 into 1 minus p to the power 1 minus x2. Okay, similarly this one you can write as p of xn and 1 minus p to the power 1 minus xn. Okay, now if you are writing, so what is that? Log of a to the power b, you know the property that it will be b into log a. So log of p to the power x1, it will be x1 into log p. Okay, and you know log of a into log of a into b is nothing but log of a plus log of b. So these two parts will be separated. This is one part, this is one part, and this is one part. This is log of a plus log of b. And for the second part, the coefficient will be 1 minus x1. It is power is there. It will become as the coefficient 1 minus x1 into log of 1 minus p. Similarly, here this is one part, this is another part. So this is your log of a, this is your log of b. Log of a, x2 will be coefficient x2 into log of p. Similarly, 1 minus x2 into log of 1 minus p. And the last part, the similarly, this is nothing but log of a plus log of b. This is x10 log of p, and then similar like that. And now you can arrange little bit. What you can do, you can take these parts. Okay, so let me write here. You are having log of p. Here you are having x2 into log of p, and last term you are having xn into log of p. So if you are taking log of p common, so what you are having x1 plus x2 up to xn. And similarly here, the second one, you can take log of 1 minus p here, log of 1 minus p here, and here also you are having log of 1 minus p. So from those green terms, if you are taking log of 1 minus p common, then what you are having? You are having here, this part is there. So 1 minus x1 here, 1 minus x2 here, here 1 minus xn. So those things will be in one bracket. So here you can see 1 how many times added? 1 how many times? How many times added? N times added. So 1 into n is nothing but n only. Now this x1, that x1 plus x2 up to xn, okay, this factor you can write as some capital Y. You write as some capital Y. So capital Y into log of p plus this is nothing but your log of 1 minus p is there. So this is 1 added n times. So n minus x1 plus x2 up to xn. x1 plus 2 plus xn. So what is that? That is nothing but y only. So you will get this term. Okay. You will get this term. So nothing but only we are doing the simplification. So that is nothing but, so this is the simplification, and we are getting this log maxi. This is the L. So this is the log of the maximum likelihood estimation. Okay. Now to find the maximum, what do you need to do? We know that if some expression is that to find the value of p that maximize the L of p, that log likelihood. Okay, so for what value of p that is getting the maximum, so how to find? We have to take the derivative. If you are taking the derivative, then only we can check that we can find the critical value. Okay, so we need to find the critical value, that is the derivative of L with respect to p. So if we are taking the derivative of this expression, okay, so what we are getting, and with respect to, we have to take the derivative with respect to p because variable is there p. Okay, so we have to take the derivative, and y is nothing but the constant. So y into log p. y into log p. So log p derivative is 1 by p. You know that one. So n minus 1 is constant. So n minus y is there. So log of 1 minus p is nothing but 1 by. So log of x is nothing but derivative 1 by x. So 1 by 1 minus p, and minus p derivative is minus 1. Okay. So from here, what you can write? You can write y by p minus n minus y, and here minus, it will be minus. Okay, for that here the minus symbol is there due to this one. Okay, minus numerator you are having n minus y, denominator you are having 1 minus p, and it is equal to 0. Okay, now you can just arrange little bit. What you can do, you can take the p one side and y another side. So you can bring, you can take the right hand side. So y by p is equal to n minus y divided by 1 minus p, or p, if you are taking one side, that is nothing but 1 minus p by p, and y one side, that is nothing but n minus y. So only I arrange this one. Okay, y bringing to the denominator, and here 1 minus p taking to the numerator. Okay, and this one will get. Okay, now you can arrange little bit further. What you can, you just divide with p. So if you're dividing the denominator, so this is 1 minus p, 1 by p minus 1, and the right hand side, this is nothing but n by y minus y by y is nothing but 1. Or here minus 1 you can eliminate from both the sides. So you are having 1 by p equal to n by y. Or because you need to find the parameter p. What is the parameter here? Parameter is nothing but p only. So you can write p as y by n. You just take the reciprocal of that. So that is nothing but p equal to y by n. And y is nothing but, we have taken the shortcut. What is that? Sum of x1, x2 up to xn is nothing but y only. Okay. So the expression is the parameter p. For the parameter p, that is the log likelihood is maximum, and that is nothing but, this is the your parameter. And what is the parameter? Parameter is nothing but, y is nothing but x1 plus x2 up to xn divided by n. And so this is the parameter, that is the theta. For this parameter, your Bornholm density in the Bornholm distribution, your likelihood is the maximum. Okay, this is the parameter. So similarly, you can have another distribution for the one important, that is nothing but the Poisson distribution. And you know that Poisson distribution is the, what is the difference between the Poisson and the binomial distribution? So when n is tending to infinity, okay, when n is very large, when n is the number of success in the binomial distribution, when n is very large, at that time the binomial distribution is nothing but the Poisson distribution. Okay, so the Poisson distribution, you know that Poisson distribution, the probability function f of x, and here is the lambda is the your parameter. Here the lambda is your parameter, and the lambda is nothing but the parameter theta. Okay, so f of x lambda is nothing but e to the power minus lambda, lambda to the power x by x factorial. Okay, so we need to find the lambda, okay, such that your log likelihood estimation, so your L of theta is the maximum. Is maximum, we need to find that lambda, we need to find that parameter. Okay, so you know that log likelihood estimation, though, so L of theta is nothing but, what is that, log of f of x1 given theta plus log of f of x2 given theta up to log of f of xn given theta. So here theta is nothing but our lambda only. So in place of theta, you just replace lambda. So L of lambda is nothing but log of f of x1 given lambda plus log of f of x2 given lambda up to log of f xn given lambda. Now you know the probability function is given by this one. So you just replace f of x1 given lambda is nothing but e to the power minus lambda, then lambda to the power x1. See, only in place of x you have to write x1, divided by x1 lambda, x1 factorial. Similarly, log of f of x2 given lambda. So only in place of x you have to write x2. So e to the power minus lambda, lambda to the power x2 divided by x2 factorial, plus log of e to the power minus lambda, lambda to the power xn divided by xn factorial. Okay. Now you are having the property, you know that log of a into b equal to log of a plus log of b, log of a by b equal to log of a minus log of b, and log of a to the power b is nothing but b into log a. Okay. So using this property, first you see, so you can consider this is a divided by b. So log of a by b, a divided by b, you can directly apply what is that log of a minus log of b. So this is your log of a part and minus log of b part. Okay. And now the log of a, so this is the numerator. So now log of ab equal to log of a plus log of b. Okay. So now you can use this property, okay, for the numerator. So what you are having, log of e to the power minus lambda plus log of lambda to the power x1. Okay. So this is your log of ab equal to log of a plus log of b, and this is your denominator part. Okay. Similarly, for the second expression, what you will have? You will have log of e to the power minus lambda. Okay, let me write, or lambda to the power x2. This is one expression, minus log of x2 factor. Okay, and this one you can write again as, this one you can write again as, this one you can write again as, what you can write? You can write as log of e to the power minus lambda, because log of ab equal to log of a plus log of b, and you can write log of lambda to the power x2. Okay, and this one, the denominator is having log of x2 factor. Okay. Similarly, how many times you have to do? You have to do up to the nth term. Okay. So the last term, what is that? So last term is, this is your last term. Okay. So the last term will be log of e to the power minus lambda into log of lambda to the power xn. This one. Okay. And the denominator you are having minus log of xn factor. Okay. Now you see log of e to the power minus lambda, how many times it is repeating? How many times repeating? Log of e to the power minus lambda, how many times it is repeating? It is repeating one time, then two times, up to how many times? So it is repeating, how many? It is repeating n times, it is repeating. Okay. So it is repeating n times. So it is repeating n times. So you can, so first thing is that, okay, so it is doing the little bit simplification. You know that log of a to the power b equal to b into log a. This one is nothing but log of a to the power b is nothing but b into log a. So using the same property, so that is nothing but minus lambda into log e. Log e nothing but 1. Okay. Log e is nothing but 1. So this minus lambda, this term, okay, repeating how many times? This is repeating n times. So we can multiply directly n into minus lambda into 1. So log is nothing but 1. Log is nothing but 1. And this is minus lambda. How many times repeating? It is repeating n times. So that is why multiplied with n. Now you can write the second part, this one. Similarly, log of lambda to the power x1, you can write as x1 into log of lambda. Okay. Similarly, second term, what you will get? You will get x2 into log of lambda. Okay. Similarly, the last term, what you will get? You will get xn into log of lambda. So from all these terms, you can take this log lambda common. If you are taking log lambda common, so what you are having here, you are having x1. Here you are having x1. Second term you are having x2. You will have, so second term you will have x2 into log lambda. and the last term you are having xn into log lambda. Okay, so from all this, if you are taking log lambda common, so you are having x1 plus x2 up to xn. Okay, and minus last term, what is that? Log of x1 lambda, x1 that x1 factorial. Second term you are having log of x2 minus log of x2 factorial, and last term is log of xn factorial. Okay, so this is log of xn factorial, log of x2 factorial, log of x1 factorial, and minus symbol is there. So you can take the minus common if you are taking the minus common. So log of x1 factorial, log of x2 factorial, log of xn factorial is there. Okay. So now what you can do, you can write this as the minus n lambda already there, 1 multiplied minus n lambda, and this is your this term you can take a sum of I equal to 1 to n xi into log lambda is there, minus this you can take as sum of log of xi factorial. Okay, xi equal to 1 to n, so I equal to 1 means 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, like that. Okay, now this is the log likelihood estimation, and we need to maximize. So we need to maximize means you take the derivative, and what is the here the parameter? Parameter is the nothing but the lambda. Okay, so that means the variable is lambda. So we have to take the derivative with respect to lambda. So dl divided by d lambda we have to take as the 0. So if we are taking the derivative with respect to lambda, so you can see where is the expression? Here's the expression. Okay, so here if you're taking, so that is nothing but minus n into lambda derivative is 1 only. You will get here derivative of lambda equal to 1. You will get log lambda means what you will get? You will get the derivative as 1 by lambda, and the last term there is no lambda term, so last term means derivative will become as 0. So if you are taking all these things, so here derivative of lambda equal to here 1 is there, and here log lambda derivative is 1 by lambda, and last term there is no lambda term, so derivative will be 0. So that means, so what you are having, so what you are having, so that is nothing but sum of xi divided by lambda. You can take this to the right hand side, so minus n will become plus n, and this is sum of xi divided by lambda equal to n, and you can write 1 by lambda. You can take this to the denominator to the right hand side, that is nothing but n divided by sum of xi, or if you are taking the reciprocal of that, so lambda equal to, so this will be reversed, so sum of xi divided by n. So for this parameter is there lambda, but the parameter having this value. Okay, parameter having this value, the Poisson distribution having the maximum likelihood estimate. Okay, so similarly you are having the another distribution. What is that? So one is that Bonal distribution, then your Bonal distribution. So you are having 3 distribution to find the maximum likelihood estimation. So here the Bonal, binomial, and Poisson. So Bonal binomial is almost similar, so you can refer that from the book itself. Okay, let me open here. So you can see here you are having that, what is that? Maximum likelihood estimation for the Bonal, binomial, and Poisson. Okay, these 3 distribution you are having. So we have discussed the Bonal, Poisson also. So binomial is very much similar to the Bonal. Binomial inspired for the Bonal only. Okay, so in binomial distribution you are having the Bonal style only. Okay, so you can refer that from the